This is NewHampshireCrossCountry.com, powered by Runner's Alley, here for rankings for the first week of October. So wow, states is in less than a month. So normally during this part of the season, the dust is settling and we can see where teams are falling into place with their rankings. And the boys seem to be following this trend, but the girls is still all up in the air. So this makes for the rankings be very exciting. So my name is Violet Sullivan, and I'm from Exeter.
I'm Forrest McKenzie. I'm from Concord. This weekend I'll be racing at Wickham Park.
My name's Jeffrey Allen. I'm from Campbell. This weekend I'll be racing at Battle of the Borders, where you can pick up your New Hampshire cross-country shirts.
Absolutely. Actually, not this.
I'm Addison Cox. I'm from Co-Brown, and this weekend I'll be racing at Battle of the Border.
I'm Luke Kazik, also from Co-Brown, and I will also be racing at Battle of the Border, where you can also pick up stickers.
As you can see, a lot of teams are going to be going to the Battle of the Border. There we should see some settling down for these girls teams, because this is unseen territory for New Hampshire. 8 to 10 teams have a legitimate shot at winning the state title. This is just, we haven't seen this ever. Tim Cox said he hasn't seen it in 20 years. I haven't been alive for 20 years, but I'm going to take his word for it. The boys in the back half, again, we see some movement. The top 7 seem to be stagnant, but it's a long season. Let's see how it shakes out. And be sure to ask questions in the comments, and our boy Jeff Allen right there will be reading to us, and we'll answer some of the stuff you guys have to say. But without further ado, let's get this thing started.
Okay, starting with the girls.
So in 10th, we have Bishop Girton, who was 8th last week. They're racing Conval and Co-Brown at Battle of the Border this weekend. So BG is pretty interesting because they have Caroline Fisher and C. Toll kind of leading their pack. So we'll see what they can do this weekend.
Okay, so number 9 is Concord. So they were only 6 points behind Oyster River and Bedford at Black Bear, where they came in 8th overall, number 6 for New Hampshire. They're led by Morgan Orcutt and a very close pack for 2 through 7.
Forrest, the Winnicott boys and Tommy Baker are asking why Concord isn't going to Battle of the Borders.
So we're not going to Battle of Borders for 2 reasons. The first one being we want to get some competition out of state with teams like Xavier. That's why we're going to go to Wickham Park, because that's kind of their backyard, and we'll get to race teams like that. The other reason is last year they put down some new, softer stuff, and a couple of our guys had little tweaks, and we didn't want to rewrite. We didn't want to do that again, so Wickham Park seemed like the better option for us to go this year.
All right, so in 8th place, we have Bedford, who was 7th last week. They lost to Oyster River on a tiebreaker at Black Bear, but they did beat Concord. Carly Rinko is leading their pack in a pretty strong way, so we can see what they can do.
Okay, so number 7 is Oyster River. They moved up from 8th last week. They were 6th at Black Bear last week, and they were the 4th New Hampshire team. But this was without Lily Doody, their number 1 runner, who was out sick. But this would make a difference of about 40-plus points, which would have put them in the mix with Pinkerton, Co-Brown, and Conval. They're led by Cadence Murphy, Olivia Link, and Madison Hopler. And their strong point, I think, is that they have their whole pack all together in just over a minute. That's huge, and that's going to be really cool to see in championship season.
In 6th, we have Pinkerton, who was 9th last week. They were the 3rd New Hampshire team at Black Bear, only 17 points behind Co-Brown and 19 points behind Conval. They're definitely starting to show more of what they looked like last year when they were New England champs. So that's definitely a good sign for them. They're led by Megan Cross, who is pretty far up there in the state individually. So it should be pretty interesting to see how they progress as the season moves forward.
Okay, so number 5 is Co-Brown. They were the second New Hampshire team at Black Bear, third overall last week on their home course, only 2 points behind Conval though. So they are led by Addie and Abby O'Connor and Ellen Malone, and they're looking strong.
In 4th, we have Conval, who made a big jump from 10th.
Huge jump.
Last week. They were the top New Hampshire team at Black Bear by 2 points over Co-Brown, and they have a really strong top 3 of Claire, Rachel, and Skylar. So if that top 3 can even move up even more, and then their 4 and 5 can be right there, it could be pretty crazy.
Okay, so number 3 is Souhegan, moving up from 4th last week. They were idle, but they are going to be racing at Thetford this weekend. So, and that course, for those who don't know, is really hilly, and that's great practice for Manchester.
In 2nd, we have Salem, who was idle last week, but they're racing at Battle of the Border this weekend versus Conval, Co-Brown, BG, and Bedford. They won North Invite, so we'll see what they can do when they finally race like teams like Co-Brown and Conval.
So number 1, I'm thrilled to announce, is my own team, Exeter. So we have been on a stretch of weekday meets for the past couple of weeks, with all of them actually being canceled and rescheduled due to rain. But we actually just won our meet tonight, so that was great. And we're feeling really good about things that we're doing as a team and working hard. Our next race isn't until Brown, but with Gracie Jordan, Gracie Mercier, and Allie McFarland, a freshman, I'm really excited for the rest of the season.
Jeff, why are you smiling so much, bro?
Just a lot of comments.
Yeah, all right, read some. Yeah.
No questions though. There's no questions yet.
Oh.
Besides Ravani, he asked me to teach his son how to run faster. And Ravani, we can meet up sometimes. I can help you out with that.
All right. Well, what do we got for sleepers?
Okay, so my sleeper team is going to be Hanover. They were 10th at Black Bear, but 8th for New Hampshire. They're led by Layla Trummel and Christine Ammon. They're looking really good.
My sleeper team is the Central Girls. I think that just because they're such a young team, they do have a lot of potential. They have girls like Fiona Doherty, who's just a freshman, and then the Pepin twins, who are juniors. So, yeah.
You always sleep on Savan Kungzat-Fasendo.
I agree with the Central as a sleeper. They're looking like a really strong team, and I think they really want it this year. So,
say your name, Jeff. Say it.
My name?
Say Savan Kungzat-Fasendo.
Savan Kumpsak-Semba.
Can't do it then. Can't pick them. All right, I'm going with Milford. They were 11th at Black Bear, but they're led by Lauren Robinson, and she's going to get a really low stick at MOCs. She's a very experienced runner, and so look for them to be right up there.
Violet. One question is Exeter girls going to win states?
Oh.
We're gonna keep working hard. Was that Maeve?
Beauty pageant answer.
Yeah, I think
Tell
so.
them straight up. Beauty pageant answer.
Donna.
We're gonna keep. Hi, Maeve. We're gonna keep working hard, and we're gonna see. I mean, again, the top New Hampshire teams right now. This is all. Everyone's so close, so it's really just whoever has a great day that day, and yeah, we're gonna see.
Addison, are you guys gonna win? Is Co-Brown gonna win states?
I think that we're gonna keep working hard.
I love the friendly competition.
Hey, Jeff Allen, is Campbell boys gonna win states?
Yeah.
So we're really thinking of switching divisions before the state meet, so we can run D1 and try to win that meet.
I think you
Because
will.
I think like in the last stream where we were talking about Hanover and saying that they were OP versus P.
Mm-hmm.
Campbell's definitely OP, so we're gonna switch to Division 1 this year, I think.
Definitely OP.
Mm-hmm.
All right, hey, Luke, did you have a sleeper?
Yeah, my sleeper team is Merrimack Valley. They have a fast first runner with Sophia Reynolds. And then if they can get their 2 through 5 runners packed together, they have a legit shot to be up in that top mix.
Facts. Start us out, bro.
All right, so for the boys team, we have at number 10, Sauhegan. They didn't run over the weekend that I know of. They didn't run at Black Bear, so still at number 10 from last week.
All right, so number 9, like we were talking about before, we got Hanover. They beat North on the merge. Their number 1 guy is Jack Lynch, and then they got freshman Sam Murray following him close behind. He's a really strong runner. He ran at Manchester in the freshman race, and I think he's really helping his team out coming back at Co Brown for the varsity race.
He's good. Number 8, we got Messinic. Looks like they're climbing up from their previous 9th spot. They beat Hanover and North at Black Bear. They were led by a crazy performance by Landon Valancourt that saw him, the returning Division III runner-up, take down the Division III champion from last year. Let's see if that continues to occur as the season goes on. But in all seriousness, he was rolling, and the Messinic boys look like they're back.
All right, number 7 is Pinkerton. They did not run at Black Bear last week either, but they have a solid pack led by Joe Gagnon, and so we'll see what they can do come state meet.
Yeah, freshman.
We want to give a shout out to Kevin Beck.
Yeah, we do.
I assume, yeah, he's watching the live stream right now, so give him a big shout out.
Yeah,
From New Hampshire Cross Country.
Attaboy, guy.
So number 6, we got my boys Oyster River, really strong team. They placed 4th, beating Phillips Exeter on a tiebreaker at CBNA. The number 1 guy is Andy O'Brien, followed by Miles Carrico, who really improved during this race, and he should keep getting better. And they also got Henry Keegan and Owen Fleischer.
Yep. Those guys are good.
Yep.
Number 5, we got Winnicunnet. Now these guys, they placed 3rd at Black Bear, but I'll tell you what, they were scaring Co Brown. They weren't scaring Concord because we don't get scared, but Luke, he does get scared. He beat his pants. But anyways, they were led by 4th place finish of Colin Donnelly, and he was coming up strong, and those guys looked really good. Actually, halfway, they were winning the race. And like I mentioned earlier, I don't know if you guys heard that, Luke did actually pee his pants. So, rip in the chat for it.
All right. London
Doesn't deny it. Doesn't deny it.
Londonderry is number 4, same as last week. They did not race this weekend, but they did run the other day at Salem, and they got some pretty fast times there. But they're headed to Battle of the Border to compare up against some other teams around.
Number 3, we got Keene, led by Jake Velasquez, really strong runner. And number 2, Torn Kinup. Keene's a hard team to follow. They don't really race a lot of New Hampshire guys this year, and so they're going to be fun to watch this season.
Yep. Number 2, we got Co Brown. They were 2nd on their coast at Black Bear. They were only 23 points behind Concord, and they had a 17-minute average. And it looks like their 4 and 5 have pretty much bridged the gap to their top 3. And that looks like the key for them moving forward into postseason. So I think they're going to be a really tough team to beat. They're going to have a good battle with Londonderry all year. So we'll see how that turns out.
Mm-hmm.
At number 1 is Concord, who won Black Bear in spite of sickness, but they were scared by the Co Brown Bears.
What did they beat you guys by? 10 points, I think?
23. I just said that, dude.
23?
Come on. Listen to me. Come on.
Yeah.
Messed up, dude. I listened to you. All right. Well, my team to watch is Nashua North, and let me tell you why. MOCs is in their backyard. They always run better, seeing as last year they went 1-2 there. And I got 3rd, sadly. I don't cry about it anymore, but so they They're always tough there. They're led by Joseph Curran and Gideon Prince. And I definitely believe that Nashville North is going to be in this top 10 by the end of the year. Write it down in stone.
All right. My boys' sleeper team is Campbell. They're led by Jeffrey Allen. And then they have Matthew Dion, and then the Trevor and Tyler Scalopes twins. And then they have Luke Gomes, and they're 1 minute behind Messinic. So, we'll see.
Those dang Scalope twins, huh?
Yeah, so Tyler and Trevor Scopolidis. I have to agree with Luke.
I'm sorry.
Obviously, I got some first-hand views on the team. They're working really hard this year. Everyone's really dedicated, and I think that we can pull something off and get on that list.
Absolutely.
I'm going to go with Nashua North too, like Forrest. I mean, they just came in 8th at Black Bear, so they are looking really good. And again, with the home course advantage, I think that's going to be great for them.
Yes, it will.
I am also going to say Nashua North,
Oh!
but just because I noticed that at Black Bear they had a few individuals that were in or around the top 10. So I think that if they can just pull their pack a little closer together, they have a shot at making the top 10.
Yep, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I think that we're going to finish it off with some question and answers. So anybody that wants to ask any questions, we'll try to answer all of them in the chat. I'll read them out, and you guys can answer some. I'll answer some. So we got one question. This is from my sister. Wait, Trevor and Tyler Scopolidis are the same person, question mark. Because they're twins, so some people think they're the same person, but they're not. They're different people.
It's like Matthew.
Sorry.
She probably was asking you what's for dinner. Is she below you right now?
So someone asked prediction for state's top 10, but that's kind of hard to put together. So
Hard to put together. We just did it, Jeff.
yeah, I know. Yeah, but the state's top 10
I'll say,
at states.
like at MOCs, I'll say my top 6. I think it's gonna go Concord. Oh man, this is hard. Co-Brown, Londonderry, Keene, Winnicott. Oh man. Pinkerton. Sorry, Oyster. I'm moving Pinkerton. Sorry, boys. Rip. Jeff, what do you think?
I'm not sure.
Come on, dude,
It's
you
so
gotta
hard to put together right now.
You're
There's
gonna
so
make
much
me
going
say
on.
that, and you're not gonna say anything?
So much going on.
Unbelievable, dude.
Someone asked, is Eli the best in the state? I'm gonna have to go and say right there that he was beat last week. So clearly not, but you never know. He could come. He could come through. He could be the best in the state at the end of the year.
Aiden O'Hearn's the best in the state. He just won our dual meet or tri meet.
Well, there you go.
So he's the best because he beat him more than David Reynolds beat him, and by Little League logic, that makes Aiden O'Hearn the best in the state.
Yeah. So David Reynolds. I don't think. Did we talk about him? I don't think we had talked about him. He's a really strong runner. This year he really improved from last year, and I think that he's going to be the guy to beat this year. He's really strong, and he's running pretty strong races, and I think that that he's going to be pretty successful at the end of the season.
Yep, he's definitely the guy to beat.
Someone said, how do we feel about Conval? Want to give a quick shout out to the Conval girls. They were the top, as we said before, they were the top New Hampshire team at Black Bear. They're looking really good this year, and they're top 3. They're really strong.
The Conval girls, just think about how crazy that is. They were ranked 10th last week.
Yeah.
Co-Brown was ranked 1st.
Yeah.
And then Conval beat Co-Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Like the girls is just ridiculous. New Hampshire right
It's
now.
crazy.
So one person. Yeah. So Conval, even the Conval's boy team, really great group of guys. They're always like very a lot of them come up to me after races and talk to me. They're really, really like obviously competitive, but they're great friends and everything like that. And their sportsmanship is crazy, so that's good. One person asked, this is my sister again. She said, "Fun question. What's your favorite color?"
I had this debate today.
Red.
Blue.
No. Listen, you're thinking about it all wrong. There's so many different colors for different situations. Because here's why. I'm gonna say my favorite color to wear is not orange, it's blue. But then when I'm out running along and I'm looking around, I like to see red. I like to see that foliage. So, and those are totally two different colors. So your favorite color is a lot deeper than you think. So I'm gonna go, therefore, green.
I'm gonna have to say pink. All the dedicated cross-country runners that are dedicated to the New Hampshire Cross Country website know exactly why I'm saying that.
Well, I guess I don't. I don't.
No.
Of course, I'll let you know after. Anybody else got their favorite colors?
Violet. I know.
Unbelievable. Actually, no. Crimson. I'll say crimson. Sure, in my school.
That's good.
All right, what else we got, dude? Any more questions?
Jack Taylor
I
asked.
want Kevin Beck to ask a question. Is he still in there?
Maeve asked a question. What's our favorite fall food?
Kimby, ask a question.
What's your favorite fall food? Is that what she
Fall
asked?
food.
Fall food? Oh, this question always trips me up. I said,
I like
my
those
favorite
apple
fall
cider
food.
donuts.
Oh, go ahead about it.
Apple cider donuts. I love those.
I like pumpkin muffins. Those are pretty good.
Those are also good.
Luke, what do you like?
Pumpkin pie.
You're little.
Apple
You
pie.
don't eat pumpkin pie, dude. You're too little. You understand stuff.
So Jacob Winslow said, "What's your favorite fall food?" I guess I should. He said, "What's your favorite fall vegetable?"
Apple.
Pumpkin, like, what
Oh, yeah.
else?
Pumpkin, yeah.
My favorite
Pumpkin.
fall vegetable
Wait,
is
actually, is pumpkin a
Pumpkin has
sweet
seeds.
potato.
Dude, my favorite fall vegetable is no vegetables, because vegetables make you slow. You heard it here first. Don't eat
All right.
Is that a question to ask? All right, so God just asked me a question. What team is the biggest threat to Concord's state title? And what's our weakness?
Yeah. So someone asked, "What's the weakness on the team for Concord that could cause you guys to score lower than you planned to?"
Well, I want to score as low as possible. So it's kind of a weird way to ask that. Our biggest weakness. Our biggest weakness would have to be our coaching. Coach Lang, you know, he's just he doesn't read. He's not educated on sport. We just have to keep on telling him like, hey man, we got to do more workouts. And he keeps telling us he's like, no, we need to do more recovery days. We eventually convinced him to do more workouts, and that's our biggest. I mean, like honestly, we don't really have a weakness. I mean, not to say like we're immune, but we have 8 guys who are all fighting to be in that top spot. So I guess our biggest weaknesses would be coaching for sure. I hate that. Who's our pick to win?
Our girls pick to win me the champions.
This is so hard.
No, it's easy.
I don't.
I think that to choose that, we're gonna have to see some more meets.
Don't give a beauty pageant answer. Answer the question. I'm going. Pinkerton.
I'm giving it to Violet. You're welcome.
Wow, that's pretty. Your team's gonna be angry at you tomorrow. Your team is gonna be so angry at you tomorrow.
Hers.
I think, Addie, I feel like you guys are going to win.
Oh my God! What are these answers?
Thanks.
Just be honest.
No, I'm serious.
Aw.
Oh my God.
You're forced.
He's frozen.
You don't hear me say, I'm not going to be like, oh, I think Cole Brown's going to win the state title for the boys. Jeff, what are you thinking?
Can they see this chat? Who see this chat? No. Okay, so Daniel Frost said he's talking about lamps a lot.
Lamps?
Yeah.
Lamps 1 to 10.
So he's, you know, the moth meme.
No, some kid was talking about this moth meme. I don't even know.
So Daniel Frost, he's really in the chat about moths and lamps right now. So
Oh my god.
he asked me to say
Brown?
he asked me to say something about it.
I think I did see the moth. It's like they're attracted to light.
Yep.
Are you going to Brown?
Oh my
Are you
god.
going to Brown?
All right, what do we got for questions? Anything else? All right, so we were asked individual winner,
Okay.
girls meet a champs. I'm going Julia Robitaille. I think she's coming back. I think Callie Coffin's really good, but
I think it's gonna come down between Julia and Callie.
That's what I'm thinking too.
I'm gonna go with Callie Coffin. I think that she.
Callie's home course though.
Who is?
that's true. That is true.
That's
I
So,
don't know. Julia Robitaille is the beast.
but it's also Julia Robitaille, so.
We were asked favorite preseason.
She raced me, man.
Bacon egg sandwich.
I like omelet. Get an omelet.
Is this dinner before or breakfast before
Yeah.
cross?
How often? Oh, okay. Okay. I'd say breakfast before probably. Whatever you eat before the race, right before the race.
Oh, every time.
I
Actually,
eat
never
an egg
mind.
sandwich.
I'm gonna change my answer. I like to eat like full course, like chocolate cake. You know what I'm saying? Like some lollipops and stuff.
No, one of my best races actually. One of my best races ever. I had an all-American omelet, which is ham, bacon, sausage, and cheese, and it was a 3-egg omelet. So, and that was one of my best races ever. So I can't
Hat omelets.
Best race,
say
but
do
you
that,
have-
but that's a good move.
Heart attack. Wait, so you mean heart attack? Best race ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. You really gotta weigh the decisions out. All right, so I think we're gonna wrap it up there tonight. Yep. So we gotta thank Runners Alley for allowing us to do this and helping out on all the meets. We gotta get ready for Battle of the Borders this weekend, where a lot of there was like rankings can change and everything. Go buy some New Hampshire cross country T-shirts and stickers, and get excited for how the rankings are gonna come out after this weekend.
It's October. Let's go.
There you go.
See you later.
All right, thank you guys for watching.